Alright, did anybody know there's actually a benefit to having Starkiller Base in the universe? And no, I'm not being facetious on this one. There is one benefit that I can find, and that's that it gets blown up. So, before we get into why that's useful, let's go into a bit of background of what Starkiller Base is. So, Starkiller Base, we all know, is a giant super laser meant to shoot across the galaxy, and this was explained, not in the movies, but eventually, that this is only done because it was built on the planet of Ilum, which has a kyber core. So for some reason you don't know what kyber crystal is, that's the thing Jedi use for their lightsabers, which will be important here in a minute. So basically the First Order mined out the entire planet and had the core, which was a giant kyber crystal, as the focusing crystal for what essentially ends up being a pseudo-massive lightsaber to shoot across the galaxy. And while I can't go on a rant about how you shouldn't have a super weapon that can shoot outside of a star system, you get a little bit of a sidestep with that with Ilum. And that's because it's Ilum. It has a kyber core which is unique to Ilum. No other planet has this. And mind you, you need to keep it that way. It's very important. If you can replicate Starkiller Base, you lose the impact of Starkiller Base, which is already not great. But that's not Ilum's only use. See, before the First Order and before the Empire and the time of the Jedi, that was where all of the Padawans went to go get their kyber crystals to build their first lightsaber. It is extremely convenient to have a planet where you can say, hey, send the apprentices here. When they come back, we'll build a lightsaber, and we'll just keep that one planet safe instead of having to go figure out where a kyber crystal is. Because if you're not on Ilum, it's extremely difficult to find a kyber crystal. And that's, mind you, not even counting one that bonds to the Jedi. But since Starkiller Base was built out of Ilum and was destroyed, you no longer have that kind of one central location. So, for all future Jedi trying to build a lightsaber, the journey of finding your kyber crystal is no longer go to Ilum. It is, where are the kyber crystals? You have to go locate them. Maybe they're in someone's museum, maybe they're somewhere else, but it becomes a lot less go here and do this one time, and we know when you come back you'll have a lightsaber. Now it's much more of a guessing game. Because, again, while kyber crystals are rare, there are certain deposits of them. There's just not enough of it to be able to say, oh, if you go there, you're guaranteed to get a crystal. You know, just because you can find a kyber crystal doesn't mean it's going to bond to you. And while that's not a problem for Sith who corrupt their crystals, it is a problem for a Jedi who has to bond with it. So, fundamentally, what this means is that because Starkiller Base was destroyed, for any Jedi going forward, you have to go on a journey to find a crystal. It's no longer just a quest objective. It is a journey of self-improvement, which is the original purpose of building a lightsaber. So, the only benefit of Starkiller Base is that it removes the checkbox aspect of finding a kyber crystal. Now it becomes a journey once again. Alright, sorry guys, that got stuck in my head for some reason. So, thank you all for listening. Y'all have a good day.